Alright guys, such great back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far, and welcome back to the pre-CDL Major 1 interview series. Today I'm joined by Gismo of the London Royal Ravens, a character in your own right, very new to the league. How are you doing? You're flying out to Texas tomorrow, exciting times. I guess first big LAN event like this, right?
Yeah, it's the first, unless you count the kickoff, it's my
Okay,
first
kick
like
off, yeah.
actual event. So yeah, me and the boys are excited, bro. Like we want to put London back on the map. So yeah, we're going in just full guns blazing, ready for it.
Let's get it. I mean, it's a fun time to be a UK COD fan, to be honest, because I tell you, oh my God, was it not a rough 3 years back in like Black Ops 3 times, and then Infinite Warfare was obviously, we had the highlight when Zero and Cole Splice won stage one, and then World War Two was rough because Red Reserve were good but could never win. Always choking game fives. You know how it goes. It's nice to actually have some boys back in business and proving, frankly, that there's plenty of talent in these regions. Come on, man. CDL teams take note. I mean, look, first of all, great to have you in the league. It's been great to see your interviews and stuff. Like, always entertaining. I have to tune in for those ones when I usually like mute the stream afterwards. But if there's a good personality on there, I'll keep it on. But I'm interested to hear your story, like on how you ended up on London, because it was kind of clear that Zero, Afro, Nasty was going to be the trio, and then they were going to need a fourth. There were some names floating around. I think like you played with all of these guys at some point last year on the challenger side, like when Zero was back and all the visa stuff was going on. So, like, what exactly was the story there that you get in the full spot?
Um, obviously I play with Mark. Mark has been like my duo. Like we've been like that for like donkeys. But then obviously he got like into London last year on our team, and a funny thing about our team right now, to like cut like a bit short here, is me, Marcus, and Trey played together in challenges last year. And Trey came in and replaced Wee Man, who some people might know, and we were absolutely dog shit. We were placing top 32 in EU challenges, and I was sick of it. So I ended up leaving that team, and I went to play with like defrag and whatnot. And then eventually, like nasty, whatever, and we started winning like 8% of the tourneys. But us three as a core were awful last year. We were top 32 in EU challenges. Anyway, long story short, it was the end of the season. Obviously, me and Byron um, linked up. We won like 80% of the tourneys together. And those three, like, obviously, I've heard the rumors, like, you know what I mean? Like, those three were together. And at the time, I was like, "Bro, I just want one franchise. I just want, give me the shot, bro. Like, I know I'm good enough." Um, there was rumors about them, like, maybe like, keeping a player from last year as well as Marcus, or like getting another EU person off like another team. I was like, oh, chalk it then. Then it's weird because like within like the same week, I got approached by like a few other CDL teams as well, which I was mind blown about. Like I don't know how like Americans knew about me, but, like own country Bannerman didn't. You know what I mean? And I don't know what happened there. Like I was like holding off like London because one Byron and Marcus like some of my best mates. So I was waiting for like that offer to be like concrete, and it came. I was like, all right, gotta take it. Don't matter like for money wise or anything. I'll take it. And I was speaking to like people on other like teams like Toronto and whatnot. I was speaking to them and I was like, do you think I should take this with English people, build confidence, or like try and like venture out to America teams? Because the offers were there, and they were telling me like build confidence with like Europeans, um, and also if the team is good on paper, it's a very good team. If you know EU scene, this is an unreal team which we have, and yeah, so I decided to go for that, and so far it's working out. And it's got put bit of paper on a major one. See what we can do.
Absolutely, love to see it. I mean, why do you think E3 was so bad then when you played in challenges? Like, what's changed?
See, the thing is, it's the first time for Trey playing challengers. So, like, the thing with Pro, I will stand by this. EU challenges is a lot harder to play, like mentally. Not like gameplay wise. Obviously, Pro is way better, but mentally, EU challenges is one of the like, honestly the toughest thing to do. I was at the top because what people don't understand is although America is massive, and you play in American like where it's like 20,000 times the size of Europe. Like we just traveled to like Spain, France. You know what I mean? But it's different like internet providers and different like countries, bro. Like you're pinging awful to other teams. Like if the mental strength it takes like to stay focused like a full scrim against them when you're just getting waxed, there's nothing you could do. Um, It's awful. So I think like that was like a big reason for like our team. Trey wasn't like adjusted to that. On top of that, Trey and Weeman had like different like play styles. Trey was a bit slower. Weeman was hyper aggressive. So like that didn't really like fit with us at the time. And also, long story short, we just weren't like putting in any effort really. Like, we thought we were up there. We were getting top 32. So that's why it didn't work, to be honest. But then after I left, the team I joined did better, and they did better, so it worked out for everyone. But I did beat them both, so hold up.
Yeah, not too bad. I used to be like, anytime you get a GB against the French, like against a French team, you just oh my god,
Bro,
man, this
people don't
host is gonna
understand
be
it. Americans don't understand how stressful it is playing Frenchies, Spanish, anyone, bro. Like stress. They don't
yeah,
understand.
it's a different world over here for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, look, speaking of the Spanish guys, especially because they're kind of dominating
yeah,
European challenges right now, that at least they're right up there. Like, obviously, in previous years, the London team has kind of been all right. Well, you know, keep a solid search and destroy, steal a respawn. That's how they win the series. Now, like you guys, obviously have the slaying power to compete all across the
yeah.
board. And it just, I think a lot of people are realizing, clearly Minnesota realized they picked up the Spanish guys as their academy roster. Like, there's actually way more talent in Europe. It's not just, because back in the day, Europeans kind of had the reputation of a little bit of a quirky search and destroy style, can
Yeah.
win 2-5, like, didn't really, you know, especially in Black Ops 3, honestly, if we won game 1-2, it would then be just getting bodied on uplink and CTF and then try to win the game 5, like every single time. But like for the Spanish guys, for example, just where do you think they would be in the league if that
Um,
team of four just came into league right now? Like, how do you think they'd fare?
if they came into the league right now, so if they just got planted out challenges into a league, no practice, not no allowed to warm up against any teams, honestly, hand on heart, probably like around like Paris Legion level. But will they stay there? Fuck no. They will reach right to the top six minimum for them. They're unreal. That's why I said earlier. I was crying out for like just one little chance because I know how good I am. They are the exact same, and there's plenty others in Europe who are the exact same. The thing which I'll say about the Europeans from like now to like back then is it, this year. It's like maybe actually no, you could count Toronto, but they're sort of like really put together team if you knew like the European roots. Um, this is like the first team where it's like the new talent of like Europe. If that makes sense. It's me, Marcus. Obviously, Marcus came in last year, but he's 20. He's about to turn 21. I'm 20. Byron's 22, but this is his first shot. Like he was supposed to be in Modern Warfare. He would have stayed
Yeah.
in 100% if he got the shot, but visa issues. And us new European talent can definitely hang 100%. But once again, like the Spanish lot, even what like Toronto said it when they were there, they were getting waxed by them and Stevo's team. We were the
Yeah.
exact same. We were there like a week before Toronto came. We were there for like a full first month. We won like one scrim against them, but we were getting our shit slammed by the Spanish and Stevo's team, mainly Stevo's team.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
Because they're the
bro,
European Toronto Academy now, pretty much.
yeah. Bro, and it's now unreal. I just wish like obviously formats don't work, but they got the shot, bro. Like they would take it 100%. Maybe not straight away. There is a bit of adjusting period. There is. I found that out myself, but the talent's there and the worth ethic is there, especially by the Spanish as well. Like non-stop playing them.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, you know. Like if there were four more teams in the league, I'm sure we'd see something like that. Hopefully that'll happen. Like we've got to talk about that crazy reverse sweep you guys had against Optic. I was really impressed actually because I think in European teams in the past, the mental resilience wasn't necessarily there. Like it's difficult to go down 2-0, losing two close maps as you did to Optic, and then actually have the fortitude to bring it back. Like how crucial is the chemistry in the team when it comes to
Uh,
situations like that? Because especially that round 11, just to mention real quick, you were in a 3v4 round 11 on whatever it was, Bacage, and then just flooding into the site for the retake. Like that's pretty baller.
um, yeah. Well, I'll speak about round 11 first. I have a mindset at S&D where it's very unique in my opinion, where it's fuck it. If my teammate dies, fuck it. He's getting the blame. So I'm fucking going rogue. It's as simple as that. And it's the same with
Because
first blood.
Dashi got a first blood, didn't he? He got
Yeah,
sniper
yeah, he got
first
first
blood on
blood.
the
I
stage.
see. The thing is, yeah, we actually count. If you go watch around 11, we counted them. We knew they were going to. They played Dirt Street all the time. But Byron turns away just as he climbs up. They get the first pick, and I was like, I chalk it. You don't see anything going being like next 20 seconds. Make the play. Like, that was in my mindset. I'm pretty sure in the comms I said like, boys, give me a sec, I'll do something. Pick up the window, get one, come back, it's 3v3, they had to plant bombs. So at that point, it's sort of like a 3v2. You know, you edge up the map now, and Dashi has a sniper, you can close, killed him, killed the other guy on site. I got 3, but like I said, it goes back to a mindset of just, fuck it. Same as getting first bloods. You lose one round, you got 6 or 5 other chances, you get 6-0'd. And it's a way to build like confidence, which I've always stuck to. Which is a bit weird because I'm a flex. I can play main. I can play main sub, like a flex. I ain't bothered. But on S&D, I'm 99.9% of the time using a sub, just being hyper aggressive, and it sort of works for our team. Like Byron goes to, like the AR role on S&D, and I go to like the main sub, and that. And on top of that, the chemistry which we have, there's ain't a team in the league closer than us. That I'll put money on it. Not even close. Bro, when we like to say like I think like 2 weeks ago we got slammed in scrims. Me and Marcus having it out. I'm shouting at him, calling him a bunch of shites to call me it. 5 minutes later, we're doing kicky ups, but as a team, like in the living room, like going on like 30, like keeping the ball up streaks. Like bro, we are mad close as a team, and it's the reason to like. No, I think that comes back to like the European roots. Everyone sticks together. Same with Toronto. I'm very close with Toronto a lot. I don't know. I like that like family feeling we have. It's really good for us.
Absolutely, yeah. And the final thing I just may say before we go on to the major, right, is that some people are suggesting, okay, you're 4-1 going into the major, really exciting. I mean, but still, people are like, look, you got 3-0 by Seattle at the kickoff, right? What's going on here? Are these kids onliners? People waiting to see that same performance on LAN, right? I think like what do you have to say the people who are saying, yeah, at the end of the day, you're still got to prove stuff on LAN. That is what it is. But what do you have to think about that suggestion? Do you think there's still an adjustment period there needed, or like you think you'll be able to replicate things?
I mean, the criticism is I can understand. Okay, got 3-0 at a kickoff event, sweet. By the team who plays second, and bro, I see people on the podcasts like say they got slammed 3-0. No, you fucking did. It was 250, 200, 6-5, and then we played control for 3 days before the event. So, you know what I mean? Sweet. If I can have that win then. Like, I understand we don't win a map. Okay, that's cool. But we were literally playing a top 2 team at the event, and they are an incredibly good team. Like, they're still top 4, top 5 team right now. I can understand that, but once again, you turn it to like another like page of a book. Me, Byron, and even Marcus. I'm pretty sure that's Marcus's first event with like a bit of fans in the venue as well. Granted, there weren't like a many, but there were still fans in the venue. It's a different environment. Bro, there's an adjusting period, and what people need to understand as well is, I couldn't give. I care. I want to win now. I prefer to win at the end of the year, champs. I mean, I'll take the 3-0 at kickoff events right now. Sure, chin me for it. But bro, major one, we'll see what we can do. I'm confident in the boys. I think we match up against the top teams very, very well. So I'm not going to say what teams we don't match up against well, but once again, there are a few teams like that who don't match up well against. But if we do what we think we can do on paper, London's in for a very, very good major one.
Well, speaking of that, then Major One this coming weekend, first matches against Los Angeles Guerrillas. Interestingly enough, the only team you lost to so far in the regular stage. So kind of an unfortunate draw, I suppose. But what are you feeling about that one? Because it was kind of a strange series for you guys when you lost to them the first time. Like you went down 2-0 again in a similar fashion to against Optic. And I kind of felt like, okay, maybe a similar thing will happen.
Yeah.
You win the control. And then you go to a Berlin hardpoint where you guys are really good, at least have been in most series. And then you kind of fell short on that one. So thought it was interesting. Like LIG, they're a great hardpoint team. They're a very structured team. So like, are you thinking you're probably looking back at the series you played against them and trying to figure out what to improve?
Yeah. Honestly, looking at that series, you look at the maps we had. Not trying to give it away, but we should have won 3-0 or something. What like plan out like that? They've got a very good core. You know what I mean? You've got Gunless, who, in my opinion, is one of the best like harder gunfights, and I don't really struggle in gunfights that much against people. He's one of the harder ones. Slasher, You know what I mean? I don't have to speak about him. He's fucking. You know what I mean? Huke, once again, don't have to speak about him. Fucking unreal. And Asim's like, if you watched the series before, he was the one like an S&D sort of slacking off a bit. But he played like prime simp, mate. Like I tweeted
He
out
was
after,
unreal against you lot.
I tweeted out afterwards that guy was in my cheeks because I couldn't breathe, bro. Like I don't know, like I got in a gunfight, I was dying. I'm like, bro, I ain't egotistical. I'll give people gas all the time. Like if they're shitting on me, they're shitting on me. I ain't gonna deny it. And yeah, he had an unreal series, bro. So, but then again, you flip down another like page of paper here. If he doesn't have that series, like an absolute worldy series, we probably win. And if I play to the standards which I have been playing, that's the one series where I played absolutely fucking awful. So if I play to like standards which I know I can, we probably win. So I only said to the boys afterwards that loss is on me. Like, although as a team we didn't come out with like the same energy as we did, I feel like we sort of got bit too confident in ourselves going into that series. We're just relaxed on like prep work and whatnot. But I took the blame for the boys. I said it was on me. Like if I played anywhere near the standards I want to play, I know I can play. It's the closest series at bare minimum. So we'll see out there the major one. They're a very good team, very structured team, but we're a better team. So.
Right, exciting stuff. So, I mean, look, if you win that, you'll end up playing either Los Angeles Thieves or Toronto. I mean, just looking at the teams right now, obviously you're new to the league, not had too much time to build up any beef with other players, but like, is there a particular team this weekend or players that you'd like relish the chance
Yeah,
to take down?
I've been saying it since day one, minute one, second one of me signing my contract. Toronto, please let me play. I used to play against Cammy, Jamie, Toby, not really band skills in the pro scene when we were under 18. That's a team of all of them. I'm very close with every single person on that team. Even with sub Charlie, like he's like my best mate in the scene. But that is for team. Well, no, they're Toronto, not European. It's Battle of Europe. Like players v player, like fan base versus fan base. Obviously, or Toronto fan base as well. But it's for like Liverpool versus United kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah,
one
it's a
team.
nice derby, you know?
Yeah, that's the one team I want to play, and I want to win. Just have like a little like bragging rights. You know what I mean? Like against them in the calls, whatever. But then again, on the other switch, I like my team might not agree, but if there's one team I want to do well, it's them. Um, yeah, that's the team I want to play like badly, and hopefully we win, they win.
That'd
I'll
be
be
good.
unreal. I'll be gassed to fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I'd really look forward to that because obviously, given the success that they had last year, like it feels like about time another European team came along and gave them a run for their money. You
Yeah.
know. Final question: what for you guys this weekend is like, as you say, you mentioned earlier, the goal is to win champs at the end of the year. The steps to there don't necessarily have to be number ones all across the
Yeah.
timesheet, but there's obviously, you need to perform well enough to know you've got potential, you can do it in this environment. So what for you guys would you come away from the weekend and say, look, that was a good showing, that was an acceptable showing, I'm happy with that? Is it like beating particular teams? Is it placing a particular level? Or is it just how
Um.
you feel playing as a team?
Obviously, it's hard to predict how like the games would go like in the series. So like on paper, I can come here and say a clean series, clean matches, 3-0s would be the best idea for us to like just continue that path. You know what I mean? Obviously, then again, it's easy for me to say want to win the event. Like, everyone will say that. And then on the other hand, which I'm sort of like looking at is I want to know that like as a team, as like individuals, as a player myself, if we can like if we can keep the confidence up in the tight pressure situations, like once again, round 11s, 250s, 220s, like on hard points, 3-2 controls, getting the defense, like Gafutu. Right? That indicates a well-oiled team, a well like okay, we know what we have to do to win. Might not get the wins, but if we're playing the correct way and have a correct mindset on how to like approach those situations, then come chance time in another like 3-4 months, whatever it is, right, we're going to be right on paper, right on the bullseye, and that's what I'm looking at for us as a team. On top of that, if I bring in like for the personal gain and benefit, win the fucking event, get more money. It's simple as that. So that is the goal. But team wise, it's about I want to see if we can hang in those types of pressure situations because that's what builds team and character and confidence.
Love that. Well, thank you very much indeed for your time. Any final word to say to the fans, the boys back at home?
Yeah. I mean, Europeans, London, even any NAs, whatever. We're trying to put you on the map. I mean, we were the doubted ones coming into the season, and now we're looking to be the new kings on the throne. So yeah, stick by us, and hopefully we make this a good year for you boys.
Looking forward to it. Well, thanks very much indeed. Thanks all for watching at home. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.